So I want to talk with you today about the importance of voting. And our leadership is very kind of like lopsided right now. And I wanted to talk about uh, and hear your views about the importance of voting and also the struggle. We're
Hmm.
going through a struggle right now with the COVID. People are living in fear. So I wanted to get your take on those two subjects. And
Voting.
first off, yes, and don't forget to tell people who you are.
Hmm. Okay. Hey, I'm Garrick Ward. I live in Houston, Texas. I was born and raised in Texas. 31 years in the Valley of the Sun, also known as Phoenix, Arizona. Um, 31 years in law enforcement. 26 years in law enforcement. 31 years living in Phoenix. So that's who I am. I am a father. I am a brother. And more importantly, I'm a child of God. That's who I am.
Yes, well, I'm happy that you are here with me today because I definitely want to hear your views. I'm always interested to hear your side because you have people on pins and needles listening to your stories.
Really?
Well, you have us on pins and needles listening
Oh,
to how
okay.
you talk about different things that you go through life. So, talk to the audience about the importance of voting in this season.
Voting. Um, let's have a quick review of what voting is about. And voting is a formal expression of opinion, or your choice, uh, whether it's positive or negative. And it's made by people like you and I, or a group of people like you and I. We have been so placated on the struggle with COVID-19, the loss of two brothers in our community by law enforcement, that we don't no longer know how to do the formal expression. We do informal expression by knocking over cars, burning down cities, et cetera, et cetera. Voting is a formal expression. So the opportunity is coming up where we can have that formal expression. You do what you got to do in order to relieve some stress about what law enforcement did. Yes, it's been wrong. It's been raw. And as a people, we're tired. I get it. We're tired. But the Bible is very, very clear about how we ought to act if you have a relationship with Him. Okay? So this is an opportunity for African Americans across the nation to buckle down and read for themselves and get away from the second and third hand information that's coming from the media. The media has been a spin trick for years down the road. Hey, we got a president. It's probably the only factual thing that he knows since he's been in there. Fake news. It's for real. It is for real. So voting this season is so important. A formal expression. It is your time to give a formal expression on who you want to lead this country, because it's been a struggle for everybody. Black, white, yellow. There was a lot of white people that came in and said, look, I love this man. He's great for the economy. And now they're like, what the heck did I do? Who is this person? So, but as a people, African Americans, we have to become more astute to reading for ourselves and making ourselves available for that formal expression of voting. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Well, I think a lot of people don't realize that not voting is an option too. I read that and found out that I think it's called
Ab-
abstention.
Abstention? Okay.
Look it up. And to make sure I'm pronouncing that correct, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And Congress uses it. If they don't want to go one way or the other, they decide that they're not going to vote at all. And I didn't know that. I just read that. So I think it is important. Like you said, this is an opportunity for us to read and learn for ourselves and learn how this democracy works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's amazing how we take second and third hand information and we just spin it. And we talk about it crazy when we're in the barbershop, in the grocery store, or just hanging out. Oh, I heard this, I heard that. Okay, I know what you heard, but what did you read? I mean, there's a difference, you know. We hear that expression down through time. If you do not vote, okay, it is your personal opinion that you do not vote. A lot of people say, well, if you don't vote, you don't have an opinion. Yeah, you do. If you pay taxes and you don't vote, you have an opinion. You do. But not voting is saying that you're wanting more of the same leadership that we have in the White House. I hated the expression when Obama came on the set and my white counterpart is saying, they voted for Obama because he's black. You're right, we did. However, okay, in my life, I never thought I'd see a black president. So when his name started to come through the media line, I went and researched this Barack Obama and what he was about. I was super excited, but not once on the set when he came in 2008, I didn't think he was going to make it. I didn't think he was going to make it until I heard this brother speak. I was like, whoa. And as a people, as blacks, African Americans, we never seen that platform. We never seen that platform. We hear about all the senators, all the council people who are in the city. We don't hear them talk, but to see that on a national level, a national platform, it was inspiring. So I'm not saying if you don't vote, you know, you're bad. It's just that you have missed your opportunity for a formal expression. And I would say to them, get out there. Please, please, please. So.
And what can we do to make a difference? Because I know a lot of people, when they think about, and myself included, maybe I'm thinking about me, when I'm thinking about how I can change and how can I affect change, I realize that I can just start with me, but I want to make some kind of changes in the community too. So what can we do to make a difference? What can we do as our part?
Since we are quarantined technically, so we only have one outlet and we're doing it right now, for the most part. We have to begin to voice our opinions, and that's what we're doing, because you and Robin's platform is organic. I think that's how you described it. And it's allowing people to come in and be comfortable with any conversation. It really is. But more importantly, people really grasp onto demonstration. Are you really acting out what you're wanting to see? You guys doing the organic talk, that's an example, at least on a communication level, because people are tired of scripts. You know, I mean, that was, you remember when, what was it? Oh, the TV shows that come on, I can't think of them anymore, but they had a name.
Like the reality shows?
Reality shows. The reason why those caught on fire, because it was real. People were not being fake. And all the people who've gotten Oscars in the past, I ain't saying they were being fake, but they had to go through rehearsal. They had to go through repetitive learning. And people see that. You mean to tell me you're going to go through a 10-minute conversation on TV and you ain't going to have a or a maybe, or you mispronounce something? Really, please. So people have really honed in on the fact of reality. There's no rehearsal for reality. It comes out, all right? It comes out. So showing what you are about and who you are about comes through formal expression with this platform, and telling people, first, know you. First, you got to know you, all right? Because the first sign of a man's strength is knowing your limitations, all right? If you're not a good public speaker and you want to be one, don't be trying to get on the platform if you're not a good public speaker. So demonstration, and walking it in your life is the best example that said you want people to lead. People are tired of the talk. People are tired of the scripts. Just be you. Just be you, and try to be a positive you. I ain't saying, don't get out there and get ghetto fabulous and start, cussing people out. And that's a whole nother platform. And I thank God that you guys are not completely over there. But you want people to come in, and if you're going to use a curse word, use a curse word. Peter cussed all the time in the Bible.
Now, those Christians on her page might,
yeah.
They might have a heart attack, but you can stir stuff up like that, just like you said, just maybe one, but that's just being yourself, because you can't tell me that not one time, I don't care who you are, if you're a pastor, I don't care who you are, something slipped out at some point in your life.
We know TD Jakes cuss. Okay. We know who's some other mothers out there? Give me some names.
Oh, well, let's see. Oh, Lordy, we don't want to put it out there and they'd be like, I didn't say that. Where'd you get that from? But yeah, you're right. We know that they do. It's just a part of life.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And God knew that. That's why the Bible was written by people who were jailbirds, molesters, cat daddies, smooth willies. If God had put all perfect people in there to go through the Bible, what struggle would we have? Knowing that we can get to a place where we want to be with struggle. So that's why we serve a God that's mighty and high. He knows your needs before you know your own needs. So I get tired of people judging people from their past when they come to a set of positivity. You know what I mean? Oh, I remember your past. You remember you were down on 3rd and Main when you used to chase them girls around the corner? Oh, now you're going to get on the stage and you want to preach? Read the Bible. Read the Bible.
Do you think that the characters or the people in the Bible are states of consciousness or states of mind? Meaning that how different people in the Bible, they went through different things. And let's just say Job. Job, he lost everything. And we saw, or not how we saw, in my imagination, I could see what he went through just reading the stories in the Bible. And some of those stories in the Bible I can relate to. I may not have went, through that exactly, but I can understand the mind state of mind that person was in going through that story. And I think that's how the Bible ended up being timeless, because you can see yourself in those stories, or you can see somebody in those stories, and it shows you how you can get out or how that person got out. So I was thinking just earlier today, and maybe I'm just going too deep. I was thinking, I wonder if those are examples of a state of mind that someone could be in.
I understand your question now. And that is deep. That's really deep. Because, and here's the reason why it's deep. Because in you relating to a struggle that someone was trying to get through, striving to achieve or attain something in the face of difficulty or resistance. So you can relate to the issues in the Bible. Job, Joseph, David. The reason why you relate to them is because you have a relationship with God. God put those relations in place so that you would have a relationship with the struggle of the men and women who are in the Bible. And the only thing that saved our skin from going to the Hades of hell and the abyss of just no more was Jesus himself. Because God knew, you know what? Y'all keep on, let me shut up. Y'all keep on messing up, and I don't know what to do with you. You know what? I'm just going to have to come down here. So when Job went through what he went through, God already knew that Job was a dedicated man, high and mighty in his word. He knew that Job would never curse him. He knew that. And so as a result of knowing that, we have to understand that God always have his hand on the thermometer, no matter how hot it get in your life. It's been ordered. I mean, you can go to all the scriptures in there. It's been ordered. People are so placated. I use that word a lot. people are so placated, and I'm back to struggle again. I don't know why I'm back to struggle again. People are so placated in the fact that it ought to be this way. I should pass that test the first time. I should get that job the very first time. Oh, I should have got that position. She didn't deserve that position. I'm sorry. It ain't your time. It's a part of the struggle. So back to your original question, yes. And I think that's a unique way of putting it, that a state of mind and relating to something, because it's really two things in one. It's relationship. The root word of relating to something is relationship. If you can't relate to nobody, you ain't gonna have a relationship. Just like the stock market. If you ain't got no money in the stock market, who cares if it crashes? I ain't got no money in there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no relationship with the stock market.
That is so true.
Yes, that's I'm gonna steal that one. Send me that recording. I'm gonna steal that one. That's great.
We go through life. We're going through this COVID, and we have to have that faith, and we have to have that determination that I'm still gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what happens, I'm still gonna make it. I'm still gonna trust him. I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Amy, we always want to know the facts about things. All of us. Before you go out and buy a new car, is it on Carfax? You know, how many miles it got on it? You want all the facts. But when it comes to life, and we demand the facts about life in a new relationship with a gal or a guy, sometimes God don't want you to know the facts. He don't want you to know everything, and we demand to know everything. If you knew you were going to die, okay, you got the letter from the doctor, you knew you were going to die. Is that something you really wanted to know? Or would you just rather go through life in faith every day, knowing that you're okay, your body's fine? And that's the lack of faith that we have as a nation. We want all the facts. And if you're a child of God, he's not going to give you all the facts. That's called faith. And he wants you to trust him with the absence of facts. So we're in an interesting time, because everybody's faith is being tested. People are losing their jobs. People are getting divorces. Some people are getting married. Some people got 2 more kids in the house that they anticipated. How many COVID babies are going to be coming out about this time next year?
A lot.
And I use that in proximity and quantification of how many people did we lose to COVID-19? Because when God takes one away, he adds 2 or 3. So, yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
You just said a mouthful, Gary. We're gonna have to have you back on here, and it's just like a perfect way to end it. That was just perfect to me. That was inspiration for anybody.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Where can they find you? Let them know where they can find you. You have an email address, Instagram?
Yeah. I like using this email address because when I was in law enforcement, I was working undercover. And so you got to choose your fake name when you're out on the street. And mine was Melchizedek. So people would come up to me and, what's your name? I say, Mel, yeah, Melchizedek. And it sounds so sexy coming out. They're like, wow, okay, Melchizedek. I said, yeah. So I've been having this email for some time now, probably about 5 or 6 years. It's called kingmelchizedek @gmail.com.
You have an Instagram that they can reach you at, or Facebook?
Yes, it's called People Problems Inc.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to reach out to Mr. Garrick Ward, I call him Gary. We've known him for many, many years. That's our brother. So Garrick Ward can be reached. He lets you know where he can be reached. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode.
All right, dear. You're doing a good job.